let's just review what's going on here. I'm thinking the AVC voltages are low on both AM and FM, but I really don't know. That's based on the Magic Eye not responding as much as maybe I would like it to respond. We've disconnected the Magic Eye circuit from the AVC entirely, and it made no difference in the AVC operation or the voltage of it. Since there's two entirely different circuits and their only common thing is the eye, and they are both producing very similar voltage changes that are fed to the eye, I'm thinking now that, you know what, they're probably working fine, and it could be the weak signal coming into it. I'm just not sure about it. I think what I can do at this point is another alignment on the AM side, just to really bring it up as much as possible, and that might be it for this radio. It'll go home with great working AM and shortwave, poorly working FM, really not listenable FM, unless by some miracle if you put the proper antenna on it, somehow it comes to life better than it is down in my shop here. So let's do that. Let's do the AM alignment. We shouldn't expect to see too much improvement on anything. Okay, I'll put the radio back on. And this time, of course, we'll do it with full voltage. And there were a few alignment things I avoided doing last time around, which we will attempt this time around. So I think I'm going to relocate the camera here to a place where you can see the meters. Now hopefully the camera won't quit so much. It's just quitting every few minutes here. So it seems. Go a little higher with the camera. Okay. Now it's going to be this meter here to keep your eye on.
Really impressive. Because you got your favorite jokes and your best illustrations and that type of thing. But where you separate the men from the boys is in the long run. You have to go for it.
That meter, and I'm going to watch the AVC meter.
I'm talking about the radio message. I'm not talking about Wednesday night. I'm not talking about the
Myself.
newsletter itself.
So we're on the top shortwave band.
Today, a preacher in a gospel kingdom prefers to do something that even the apostle could never do.
Let's see here. Top band. We'll take her down to AM. All the noise. Now, you know, I've had a number of people comment the noise might be coming in from the power cord, so let's experiment with that. I'm just going to stick this capacitor right into the outlet. Yeah. absolutely no effect. So I'm pretty sure that that interference is just, it's in the air and it's being received in the radio, not even necessarily just the antenna. It can be finding its way into other circuits too, unfortunately. So let's get busy here. First thing we want to do is operation 1. Adjust at 460 kilocycles. We'll take off the bigger antenna. That's another clear indication the signal's coming in on the antenna, isn't it? That's a very clear indication. So 460, and one of the things I didn't do, I think the last time I just kind of rammed it in. Let's see if we can connect this to the right place. Oh yeah, that's right, we had this strange operation 1 only, connect signal generator to converter grid through 4.8 UMY. UMY still. To converter grid. Okay, so let's see if we can't do that. Do it properly. The converter grid. No, I didn't bother putting it on the diagram here. Six SA7. It's the converter. 6. How did I get along without this book for 3 months? I didn't get along without it. That's 6S. There it is, 6SA7. Grid is pin 5. Grid is pin 5. Should I say that again? Grid is pin 5. Turn the output way down. My signal generator. I will ground the lead. Get a much better result that way. Much better result. And we want to connect this to pin 5 of the 6SA7. 6SA7. There's this tube here. Pin 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 5 there. What's all that static about? Oh, we need a capacitor in here of some sort. Excuse me. Okay. And 6SA7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 there. Okay, so we're on the, we're just about 460, we're on pin 5. Let's turn up the signal. And I can hear the set quieting. I can see the AVC operating. So let's put in audio signal here because we've got none. Now just while this is warming up, I had a couple questions about what the heck am I doing with my signal generator. So you look at that equipment there. Those are 3 different signal generators. This one's a big RF generator. This one's an audio generator, and this one's the FM generator. Now if you look at my big, cool looking audio or RF generator, I can get it lit a little bit better. So this area is a modulation area. It has an internal modulation. You select the frequency modulation percentage. Too bad this part of my generator stopped working. Then over here we have the carrier setting to calibrate the output, and then we have these beautiful output controls. This is a big guy shifting 20 dB every time you snap it, and this is 20 dB in smaller steps for precise output. But unfortunately the internal audio doesn't work, so I use this signal generator to produce the audio signal. It goes out this wire and shows up back over here going into the external input of this guy. So, you know, it's not what it should be, but it is what it is. And, you know, you got to use what you got. Isn't that the principle of economics? You use what you got to get more of what you want. That's the primary economic rule. Want to hear that again? Use what you got to get more of what you want. That's economics. Okay. So how come we're not hearing anything here? What's going on? You should be hearing something. There it is. Bit of a loose control here. And that modulation is at 25% modulation. So let's say 20%, so it's quite low modulation. I'll knock the signal back, and I can watch the AVC voltage. And what I'm doing is I'm knocking the signal back to get no or very little AVC action. I'll still be able to hear it. So that's pretty good. The AVC is not acting, and we can now do the IF tune-up and get a pretty precise result, I imagine here. All right, can you see my meter pulsing? Don't know why it would be doing that. That's curious. There's always lots of curious things, isn't there? So, I'm going to get out my long metal screwdriver that you're not supposed to use. Go back to the instructions here, because I don't want to rely on my memory. Adjust at 460 the first IF. Okay, we're right on 460. And the first IF is that one. That one, which is that one, followed by that one. And you have no idea what I'm talking about. That's okay. Jeepers, did I even adjust these last time? That bobbing meter. Look at that, no signal and it's still bobbing. So it's reading something we can't even hear. Isn't that interesting? I've seen these kinds of things before and I don't know what to make of it. So clearly we're seeing the audio signal now. Still bobbing. Let's max it out. Not liking the metal screwdriver, is it? I should keep those a little more handy. Let's try this guy because I'm looking for a strong turner. See what he does. A strong turner. It's just way too wide to go into the slot. Plastic end is even worse. Yeah, that's what I usually find. Let's try this one here. No, not going to work. Let's try a different screwdriver with a shorter metal blade. Okay. Okay, that seems to be maximum there. Let's get them on the top. Watching the meter now. Right in there. We'll go on to number 2 IF. Watching the meter. I'm getting a little bit of a boost here. And underneath. Watch the meter. Oh, 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 oh. It's very hard to do that with a bouncing meter, to do this with a bouncing meter. That's about as good as we're going to get though. Right on to 460. Operation number 3. Oscillator coil, okay, which I cannot adjust. Oh yes, I could adjust it. No, I checked it last time and it was right on, from what I could see. So I won't touch that. I'm more interested in the RF coils and things of that sort. Operation 4, broadcast RF coil adjust at 600 kilocycles. Now, the instructions are a little bit confusing here. Operation 1, only connect the signal generator to converter grid through for operations. Oh, connect signal generator through 0.1 millifarad condenser for operation 1 only. Connect signal generator to converter grid through a, there it is, the 4.8 UMV for operations. Somebody help me on that. What is UMV? Yeah, it could be UMY. Could be UNY. 4.8 uni. Umi. I'm not getting it. Or the other operations. 4.8. I wonder if it's UHY for microhenry. HY might be Henry. Microhenry. Through a 4.8 microhenry coil, which I left that word out. Yeah, 4.8 microhenry coil would be to stop back. Well, I don't know for sure what it would be. But I don't have a 4.8 microhenry coil as far as I know. So contrary to what the instructions say, we're going to carry on just as it is. And we're going to pump up our input signal from 460 to 600. Okay. Seems like a kind of a weird thing. Let's try that. 600. Okay, so we're at 600. 600 on the AM dial, basically. And tune them in. Doesn't make sense, does it? You see, how can you possibly not making sense to me. I think the 600 should be on the antenna. Connect the signal generator to converter grid through 0.8 something or other. Well, maybe it doesn't work because I'm not doing this through a 0.8 something or other. Okay, I'm not getting anywhere with that, so I'm just going to connect this guy onto the antenna. Don't see any reason not to do it that way. Probably if they're set as way out, you know, you're introducing more tuned circuits. There you are. If you have a lot of trouble in the other tuned circuits, maybe they're going to prevent this test. So you're injecting the signal ahead of a number of tuned circuits and then working your way back to the antenna, fixing each tuned circuit as you go. But this radio already works. So I already know the signal comes through. Noisy. signal, so we're ready to do this next step. Broadcast oscillator coil. There he is. We'll release the lock. If I remember, this one didn't make much difference last time. So the AVC is way up. So let's knock this back. And that could be why I had trouble last time. Okay, so I'm watching the AVC voltage here. I got it way down where it needs to be. Well, I can hear the peak right in here. That's pretty much was set correctly. Number 5. Another oscillator coil. We'll leave that alone. Oscillator trimmer midband. Oh, wait a minute. No. Adjust at 7.5 megahertz. Still, it's an oscillator adjustment. Don't want to touch it. That's operation 6, operation 7, RF trimmer adjust at 1500. Okay, we're up at 1500. Okay, everything adjusted right. Let's do the tuning now. These 4 top corner, this one here. Okay, here we go. Okay, was pretty much correct. Operation 7, operation 8. Broadcast antenna trim adjusted 1500. Well, that's backed out quite a ways, so I think that's minimum capacity there. Operation number 9. Operation number 9. Didn't I have trouble finding this last time around? No operation number 9. Isn't that strange? Okay, well, we'll go on to operation number 10 here. Another oscillator coil. Number 11. Another oscillator. Number 12. 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. Operation number 12, oscillator coil number 13. RF trim adjusted 11.8. Okay, so we got to go to 11.8 megacycles. You'll find that on the shortwave band. Okay, so we go up there. Take this up to 11.8. There we go, 11. A little trouble with my signal generator here. It doesn't like this situation. Stable at 12, but I get down around 11. So we'll do it around 12. Yeah, 13. It's quite stable at 13. I don't know what's going on there, but. Not showing up. Be on the upper band. There it is. Just didn't have the volume up. Signal generator's acting up and jumping around. I'm going to have to switch to my other signal generator.